eat, darling. We're going to do a live streaming about people been asking me, what is a lagom? What do you mean by lagom in Sweden? So maybe I'm not the best person to answer. Maybe LG is maybe the best person. Can you bring over the rice so that we can have some rice? Or maybe we can take it from there. So I have just made a live streaming just now to cook these 3 dishes. And then I remember I have quite a lot of people asking me, and they are very interested in the Swedish culture.
Okay.
So we're going to do a live streaming on that. What do you think?
Yeah.
I think that would be good while we're eating, right? That's the only time that...
Onion.
No, that's not the onion. That is the happy ham.
Heavy ham.
He was asking what it is. Happy ham is a mix of this one. I have made like a snacks the other day. But you can try if you like. So these are the 3 dishes that I've just made. And to me, it seems like the camera is a bit crooked. Isn't it? It's a bit crooked, right? Now it's better. So we're going to talk about the terms. Lagom.
Lagom.
Can you tell us, LG, what is lagom?
Lagom.
What is lagom?
That is when it's not too much and not too little.
It's just right.
It's just right.
Ah, okay. So why do you have this lagom philosophy, or is it called a Swedish mentality in Sweden?
Yeah,
Why?
they say it's Swedish mentality.
It's a Swedish mentality, right?
Yeah, it's you have to be lagom as a person too.
Why?
You it's Swedish people can't stick out.
What do you mean by sticking out?
Yeah, showing off.
That means if you are rich, you cannot show off that you have a Mercedes or you have a Porsche.
But we can say for about 30 years ago, if you as a working man bought a Mercedes, then people asked, who gave you that money?
Yeah.
Because a working man should not buy a Mercedes. It was for the rich people.
Yeah.
Because Mercedes was expensive.
Okay.
So they asked, how can you buy a Mercedes as a working man? But nowadays, people buy Mercedes. Even the working man.
Yeah, is it because it's a law? It's like the word law, L-A-G, right? O-M, right? The word law, it means in Swedish law. So the word lagom, it means just nice in Swedish nowadays. But if you separate these 2 words, law, could it be something that is related in the past, like you are required not to be showing off? It's like a law. You cannot do that.
No, it was not a law. It's not a law. But people felt sick if over that someone else had the
it's
money.
Not sick. They are jealous.
Yeah, jealous.
They're just jealous, right? So, that's why. I thought it was because of it's like a law.
No law.
And could it be because in the old time, Swedish people are quite poor, right?
Yeah.
So they want to make sure that food is enough for everybody, right? So they distribute the food equally among the people so that everybody has the right amount of food to eat at fair and square.
In the family. You can't. I can't go to another family and say, you can't have that much food. I have to have some. It wasn't like that. But if you buy something and you feel good about it. I lost the thread. Tappat tråden. No, but if you eat or when you eat, if you eat lagom, then you can feel that you have been eaten. You're not hungry, but you're not. You haven't eaten too much. You can just feel that you have been eaten. Then it's lagom.
You don't have to eat too much.
No, then it's too much.
Okay. When do you practice the lagom?
Well, yeah, but if you pour up coffee, for example, then lagom, I can say I say stop, but I could say now it's lagom. Then you stop pouring.
Okay.
It's enough. It's not too much, not too little. Yeah.
Why people are not allowed to stick up? Like, being different. Why?
I don't really know. Look, I can. Yeah, jealousy.
Okay.
A bit of jealousy, I think.
Swedish people are generally very jealous. Oh?
No.
Was very jealous. Not now. No. Why? Why the generation change?
Because
really
you can afford most anything, even as a working man, or you can choose not to have something and you buy something else. So today it has been it has moved a bit, so people don't feel jealous nowadays. Not in that way.
Could it be because people are poorer last time? They have the rich and the poor.
Yeah.
And when the rich get rich, they buy something, and then the poor one feels so bad because they cannot afford it.
Yeah.
So
could be so.
The reason why you have this practice or maybe mentality is that because also it's an act of not being selfish, that you want to be fair and you want to not to make people feel bad.
Yeah, we can say that.
Yeah. So people are generally kind here. To me, I find that because they doesn't want other people to be jealous of them. It's not so much of because of they purposely do it, to make people jealous. We don't have that kind of people here.
No. There is, of course. You have always, because we are different, everyone. So there probably is some people that are jealous. And small kids can be jealous.
What about the older generation and the young generation now? The word lagom. You're saying that in the olden time, the lagom mentality is more often used, and the younger generation nowadays is no more lagom.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
No, they use lagom too.
In what way?
In food way. Now I have been eating lagom much. Lagom mycket. I feel tillfreds, vad heter det på engelska?
What?
Tillfreds.
Tillfreds. I don't even know what is tillfreds.
När jag känner att nu är det bra.
I think in the olden time, people are much more poorer. They cannot afford a lot of stuff. So in terms of food, they are a bit, not the word stingy, but they are more red on them, not more afraid of being hungry.
Not today.
Not today.
No.
No, I mean in the olden time when
Okay.
the Swedish people are poor. So that is the mentality also there.
Yeah,
right?
that's why people move to USA, for example, in the late 1800 and in the beginning of 1900. It was about 1 million Swedish people went to USA.
Yeah, as talking about USA, because I have a lot of audience from USA, and I can see, because I watch a lot of American reality show, I find that people in USA, please, those people who are from USA, please do not be offended, all right? But I find that you have it's like a liberty, like you have the ability to show what you own and what you can afford. So to them, it's like normal. But for Sweden, it's like a taboo.
A bit of taboo.
It's like a taboo, right? So why is that so? I mean,
Why
have
the difference?
Yeah.
If you're a poor man, you go to another country, you make your life there, and it's a successful thing. Probably you want to tell the people that you're having success. Maybe. And I think the mentality of the people who left Sweden, they had a slight different mentality than the people who were not leaving.
Yeah.
Of course. So, and USA is built, the people there, they were coming from England, France, Ireland, over to USA because they could find land, and so you can make a living there. So people who leaves their own country to try to make a living somewhere else, they have a slight different mentality than the people who is still. So it's, what could you say, the people who really wants to do change in a way, they leave the country and go to another country. And because you can say everybody in USA are in that way. They left their own country, go to another, except for the Afro-Americans.
They stay there. Oh, what's that sound?
Yes, it's a stove.
Is it still on or what?
Yeah.
Then we have to move it. Oh, the rice is still on. Okay. So, can you give example? I hope the audience have a better view, a better insight. What does the word lagom means? But let's give the audience some example. When is like the behavior for people who have this lagom mentality? Do you think people here?
They don't really want to have too much of anything. They don't want to have less of something. They want it between that.
Yeah.
Then it's lagom.
Yeah. It's good. It's safer. In a way, it's safer, right? The Swedish people will never over-promise you like things. I noticed that is also some kind of mentality, lagom mentality. They will not promise you. If they ask them to do a certain thing, like a favor, and if you ask the Swedish people, can you help me with that? And the Swedish people always say, okay, I cannot promise you, but I will try.
Yeah.
And this to me is a lagom mentality.
Maybe it's
Because
kind of lagom mentality.
You don't overpromise and you don't fall back.
Yeah.
So you put people on hold. To me, I find that. So sometimes it can be quite irritating for those people who are not used to this mentality. Like for me as an Asian. Because we are to the extreme. In Singapore or maybe most Asian, it's either yes or no. We don't have like maybe, you know. There's no such thing as maybe or lagom in our dictionary. You agree?
Yeah. You can say that. So, I hope they understand what we mean.
Like when we say lagom means enough, this is enough. It's just right. So even though when you are, that is about the manners also, I think in Sweden. Like if you go to a buffet, people not like, I think in China, they will pile up their plate with a lot of food, right? Without even thinking whether or not they can finish the food or not, right?
Maybe
But in Sweden, I mean, even though during the old time people are very poor, they will not pile up.
No.
But because they have this mentality like, oh, we have to care for other people so that we don't take too much, so other people will be without. Am I right to say that? So the word lagom, and it brings up to our lifestyle, which is quite healthy in a way. You know, you don't overeat, so it's healthy for yourself.
Yeah.
And you're being kind, and you feel good because you feel like your life is balanced in a way. So that is why I heard that the words, or maybe the lifestyle, or rather the kind of behavior, is actually quite good for human being to be lagom I think it's good. What you don't overeat, you are less selfish, and then you think about other people. And also, if you look around in Sweden, the way this country is developed is because they have this mentality. That's why they are very concerned about the earth, like they recycle things. They use recycle items. Now the second-hand thing is really in now because of this, you know, the mentality that is brought in. Like in Singapore, it wouldn't work this, because people in Singapore, if you are using something second-hand, people will think that you are poor, and then people will look down on you, and probably people will discriminate you. I don't know. To me, it feels like that. So, if you want to have a healthy, selfishless life, maybe that is not a bad philosophy or mentality to practice. Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm full now.
Very full now. You have not been eating lagom. You've been eating too much then.
Okay,
I can feel I have been eating, but I'm not full.
You think I'm eating more than you?
Yeah, today.
Yeah, today I'm eating more. Because you know why? I haven't eaten my lunch yet. That is
I
why.
didn't have breakfast. I didn't have fika. I have a lunch who took 4 minutes to eat.
Yeah.
And I had no fika.
How come 4 minutes to eat today?
Yeah.
How come?
Took 4 minutes to eat.
Okay, and then the rest of the time you sleep.
Nope. I went to work.
How come you don't have 1 hour?
It's been snowing today.
Oh yeah. I'm really hungry. When I came home, I was so hungry. My whole body was like shaking. That's why I need to eat. Because otherwise I will be in a bed.
You don't need to eat much because of that.
You see my bowl? And this plate.
Yeah, but she filled it up 5 times. I don't. Did you? I don't know. I didn't count.
Okay. By the way, thank you guys for giving me a suggestion about from my last video. That you were suggesting that you want to see us together more often. So that's why I thought about this, that you know LG can be a very good person to talk because of his experience. He's 63 years old. So he have a lot of life experience. So the best person actually is to speak to him regarding Sweden and culture, tradition, all round, because I think he's an all-round person and he have a lot of life experience. He's been through a lot, so I think it might be interesting for our viewers to to learn from us what is good about Sweden and why do Swedish people are so calm, so slow.
Are we slow?
Yes, you are slow. In Sweden, it's very, very slow. You know, when I first came, I couldn't get used to it because everything is so slow here. You cannot talk to anyone alive on the phone. You only talk to machine. And then when you go to the government department to get things done, they will say, oh, you have to wait. Yeah, we know this. We know the situation. Can you write and tell us what happened? And then we will evaluate it. And then maybe we will make an appointment to see you in the future. That's slow compared to in Singapore, for example. Right? So I hope you guys find this information valuable, and I will put in suggestion. I would love for you to put in more suggestion in the comment. Give us a comment so that we know whether or not you like this kind of live streaming. All right? Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you.